Hello lovely, welcome back or welcome to my channel. My name is Frankie, I'm a hairdresser, and today's video is a tutorial of how to use the Xmondo Wavetech Wave Foam. So I'm going to show you guys how to distribute the product through your hair and how to dry it with a diffuser to get the best result. So let's get straight into the video. First up, we're going to take the lid off the Xmondo Wavetech Wave Foam, and I like to give it a little bit of a shake so it doesn't come out as runny, so you can feel it sort of turns into the foam in the bottle. So the way I'm going to distribute the foam is I'm going to put it in my hands, tilt my head forward, and then almost use like a praying hands movement to distribute it through the hair and to make sure that every hair on the head has a little bit of the foam in it. So I'll do that for you guys now. And you're going to use quite a bit of product because you want to make sure that every hair is coated. So don't feel scared by the amount that you're putting in. I'm probably going to go through and do at least 3 or 4 pumps, if not more of this. So I will show you how to do that now. So I'm just using that sort of clapping, praying hands motion just to make sure that all the product is just distributed evenly through the hair. So I'm going to put just more in as well, just to make sure that every hair on this side is coated with foam. Okay, now I'm going to do the other side. So what I like to do here, because I've got sort of these growing out bangs, is I'll just make sure that there's a bit of product in those front bits, and then I'm just going to put a couple of twists in just to make sure that those sort of sit where I want them to. As the rest of the curls on the head can do whatever they want, but these ones need to be a little bit more structured. So I'm just going to twist those bits and pull them to the side that I want them to sit on, just so they are a bit more controlled, you know? And once I've done that, we're going to go into then scrunching the product into the hair. So you can do this in different ways. You can keep your head up, you can tilt your head to the side, you can flip your head over. I vary how I do it, it depends on the day, to be honest. But today for you guys, I'm going to do it sort of side by side so that you can really have a look at how I do it. So what I would do is tilt my head to the side. I'm just going to pull you guys down so that you can see a bit better. Tilt my head to the side and scrunch up to the root, giving it a bit of a squeeze at the root just to really enforce that curl. And on the other side. When you think your hair is sort of like all the product is evenly distributed and you've scrunched it enough so that you can sort of see a curl pattern starting to form, that's when you're going to want to start blow drying it. Well, not blow drying it, diffuse drying it. If you went in with a hairdryer now, you'd probably have a bit more definition because the foam would be doing something, but it would be a little bit frizzier. So if you don't have a diffuser and you want to sort of enhance your curl anyway, then I would definitely recommend doing this part of the routine, but rather than drying your hair, set a little bit of time aside for it to either air dry naturally down or to sort of put it up in like a cotton t-shirt or a microfiber towel and let it dry that way. That would be the best way to do it without a diffuser. Okay, so I'm starting to feel like it's really evenly distributed through the hair, and I'm happy with the scrunch and the curl pattern. So what I'm going to do now, let's move it back up. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to diffuse dry my hair. So for that part of this routine, I am going to flip my head completely over to start. So I'm going to move you guys down. But firstly, before we start, I'm going to have my diffused dryer on a medium heat, and I'm going to have it on a medium blow. So I don't want it too intense with the heat, and I definitely don't want it too intense with the blow because that's just going to blow a load of frizz into my hair, and we don't want that. So I will move you guys down and I will start diffuse drying. So as you can see, what I'm doing with the diffuser is putting it at the ends of my hair, gathering the hair in the diffuser and pushing it up towards the root. So this is going to make sure that we've got a lot of volume at the root because we've got our head tilted over, but it's also going to make sure that the curls are really sort of springy and bouncy because it's pushing those curls up to the root as well. So that's sort of creating that dimension in the curls. You can also see that I'm sort of doing different areas. I'm having a feel where an area is still wet, where is it a bit damper in areas than it is in the others. So that's just areas that you're going to keep going over until they feel dry. Now, I don't like to diffuse dry my hair till it's 100% bone dry. I like to leave a little bit of moisture, not so that it's not even damp or wet, but there's just a tiny little bit through the ends and at the back. But saying that, I still do like to get a lot of the moisture out. So I will go through and diffuse just my roots. As you can see here, I'm holding the diffuser right up to the root and just diffusing that area just to make sure that we get rid of the majority of the moisture in those areas. Okay, so I've just diffuse dried my hair and I will show you a little spin around of it now so that you can see how the product has worked in my hair, as well as how the diffuse drying has worked too. So guys, it is as simple as that. You saw that I distributed the product through my hair with sort of like a praying, clapping hands motion, bringing all the product through to the ends and up to the root as well. I used my fingers just to sort of get it through to the root, and I twisted the pieces at the front, although my fringe has gone wild as per usual, but I quite like it, it's cute. So yeah, that is how I diffuse dry my hair with the Xmondo Wavetech Wave Foam, and I'd say that that is the best way to do it, especially pushing your head over and sort of letting gravity do its thing and pushing the diffuser up that way. That's just going to create a lot more lift and a lot more bounce in your curls. So that could just be something else new to try if you're not already doing that. But I would definitely recommend the Wavetech Wave Foam for wavy and curly hair. It's got a really nice finish to it. It doesn't feel sticky or crispy at all. And if you do have areas that are slightly crispy, then you can just scrunch out the crunch, which is a new saying which one of my subscribers taught me, and I didn't know about it, but there you go. Learning new things every day. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was short but sweet, but I just thought I'd come on and show you guys how I've been using the product, because I had a couple of comments on my review saying that you guys wanted to see how I use the product in a little tutorial. So I thought I would jump on here now and do that for you. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for future tutorials, reviews, hair care tips and tricks, all of that stuff. It's been lovely chatting to you, and I'll see you next week. Bye.